Hello, I'm going to show you how to solve a system of equations, that's two or more equations, it's two in this case, on a TI-84 using a matrix. Now, here's a question. It's a system. We've got two different equations. Now, fortunately, they're both in standard form, which makes it much easier to write a matrix. Now, a matrix is just it's just pieces of positional data written between two square parentheses. Let me just highlight some information here. What I'm going to highlight is the coefficients. So I'm going to highlight the coefficients of my x's and my y's, my x's and my y's in there, and I'm also going to highlight my constant terms as well. Now these are going to help us to write a matrix. Now, like I said, a matrix is in a set of square parentheses, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to put the data in exactly as it's written in here. So my top line is going to be my coefficients. So it'll be 4, 2, and 34. And my second one will be 10, negative 4, and negative 5. Remember, there's that negative in front of the 4y. This is a matrix representation of a system of equations. And I'm going to use my calculator to help solve me. The first thing I really need to know about matrices is the way that they're labeled. Now, this is 2 rows high, so it's 2 rows. Ooh, without the E. This is 2 rows by 1, 2, 3 columns. So this is going to be a 2 by 3 matrix. And you'll see why that's important in a second when I bring up my calculator. So first thing I'm going to do is go to second function matrix. Second function matrix. There we go. And I'm going to edit my matrices by going to edit and press enter. So that allows me to enter it. Now remember, I said it would make a difference what size my matrix is. Remember, this is a 3 by 2 matrix. That means there are 3 columns, 2 rows. So that's why it's a 2 by 3. Now let's enter my matrix in exactly the same way. So it will be a 4, 2, 34. That'll be my top row. And my second row will be 10, negative 4, and negative 5. There we go. That's what my matrix is going to look like. And it's going to call it matrix A. So now when I go to my home screen, I can do lots of operations. I'm going to go to second function matrix again. Now I can do lots of mathematical things, most of which you won't understand yet, but you will understand once you start to play around with matrices, maybe later on or in Algebra 2. I'm going to go all the way down to REF. Now what that means is reduced row echelon format. It's quite complicated. You don't need to know necessarily what it means now. I'm just going to show you how to operate these things. And I'm going to enter matrix A, close up my parentheses, and press enter. Now this gives me what's called an identity matrix, which is 1, 0, 0, 1, and the answers on the end should be, I can drag my screen down here. So this is my calculator screen. My solutions to x would be x equals 3.5 and y equals 10. Okay, this is what I was talking about being an identity matrix. Again, you'll learn more about that later. I could prove it by plugging x into both of these equations, both of my two originals, and y in, and we should get some kind of equality. So that's how to solve simultaneous or systems of equations using a matrix on a TI-84.